And welcome back to Jeff Koinange live at the Villa Rosa Kempinski on this inspirational Thursday. What a guest we have on the show today. This man, I tell you, if you've never met Ngugi wa Thiong'o, I'm sure you've read his books, more than 40 of them in the last 52 years. That's right. Remember Weep Not Child, River Between, Grain of Wheat, Devil on a Cross, one of my personal favorites, Wizard of the Crow. Love that one. What a book. And of course, many plays in between. Gahikadeda.
Yes.
Saitani Mutarabaine.
Maito Jugera.
This man, I tell you, what a man.
Right.
At 79 years old, still writing, by the way, still writing. He has a fable. Came out, published in March, translated into, guess this, 55 languages. Unbelievable. Sit back. Keep tweeting at KCA University, at Koinange Jeff, the hashtag I graduate because Friday he's being honored with an honorary doctorate at KCA University. First time ever, right here in Kenya. You know what they say about that prophet? Yep, you know it. No recognition at home. But this man been recognized across the planet. And by the way, did I say he wrote the foreword to my book? It's true, right?
No, your book is wonderful, I'm telling you.
You know, coming from you?
Yeah, no, what you did is really tremendous because you brought alive, in a way, someone who is so important to the history of this country. And now I get frustrated because people have forgotten that Senior Chief Koinange was a phenomenon. He is actually the father, if you like, of anti-colonial nationalism in Kenya.
Yes.
You know,
and people don't know this.
Yeah, his place Kiambu used to be called Kiambaa Parliament.
Yes,
because that's where all the young anti-colonialists, you know, like Jomo Kenyatta and others, used to congregate at his house. You know, and you are able to dramatize, like when he went to give testimony about stolen lands.
In the UK, House of Commons. House of Commons.
Yes.
And he went on a boat.
Yes. And he spoke in Gikuyu, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. He was not afraid. He articulated the whole vision in Gikuyu. Yeah. And according to your book, even the members of parliament of Britain, they were amazed about this tough.
He was a great man.
Yeah, right.
Tiny little man, but great man.
I met him once.
Giant.
Yeah.
Did you?
Oh, yes.
You met him?
Because my older sister was married and had a house near there, actually was a neighbor to Koinange's place.
And? What was he like when you met him?
No, I did not see him one-on-one. I just saw him. I was a child and saw him passing. But I did meet his son, Bio Koinange.
Yes.
Because he was very famous. We were kids at the time. And I remember my brother and I encountering and seeing him walking, because he used to walk. Not the Senior Chief Koinange, but Bio Koinange.
Yes.
Another amazing figure.
Yes.
He used to walk near our place, just on the road. And my brother and I, decided we must go and greet him, right? But we were we just dashed by the road and said, and he looked and said, eh? And then we dashed.
You mean there were no selfies those days?
Yeah, well, oro. Yeah. And then we dashed back in the plantation.
That's great.
We were so amazed that he could answer us, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are memories
So,
you treasure. Okay, so this fable you were talking about, what's it called, by the way? What's the title?
Now, it's called Itueka Rea Moro Garo. Kana krea gatumaga ado mathie marogie. In English, the upright revolution, or why humans walk upright. Let me tell you about the background of this story a little bit. In my home at California, with a younger family, or even older family, we have a tradition of telling each other stories instead of material gifts. Say for my birthday, I prefer a story or a performance or a poem or a song rather than a material gift. So I used to ask my kids, Mombi and Thiong'o Jr., they were the youngest, called Thiong'o Kemathi. For my birthday, I asked them, no, or Christmas, no, write me a story. So later they turned tables against me. And I remember once Mombi, now she's 22 now, but then she was a kid, she told me to write her, the day before her birthday, she told me she wanted a story. And I couldn't think of a story in it. So I thought of one, and I wrote one about the human body and how human begins to work. I'll not tell you the ending of the story, but it's all because all human beings used to walk on all fours, right? And in those days, the legs and hands were cousins because they are so similar,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
But then they began to contest who is more powerful than the other. So at one time there was a big, all the parts of the body decided there must be a tournament between legs and hands. And all nature was there to see this. But if you want to know about what happens next,
Yes,
you'll have to read the story. It's a book, it's a fable.
Wow.
Now what happened was this. I kept it aside in a shelf because it's a gift for Christmas. The story, I was done with it. And then some years, 2 years later, a group who had founded, a group of Kenyans who founded Jalanda and brought together a group who called themselves Pan-African Collective. I think with some people from Zimbabwe and other parts of Africa. Through the editor of Jalada, Moses Kilolo, a Kenyan, they wrote to my son, Mukoma Waguge, who is professor of English at Cornell University and the writer of Nairobi Heat.
Yes.
They asked him, can you ask your father whether, please, he can give us a story in Gikuyu because we want to do a translation issue which enables African languages to talk to each other. And I wanted to write the best story in the world, right?
Yeah.
But nothing would form. And then I remembered the story I'd given Mombi. I wrote for Mombi. So I said to Mukoma and said, you can send to them. If they like it, that's fine, but just now I don't have another. I'm telling you, the success, they were able to get translations of the story up to now, I would say 55 world languages. 40 of them African, 6 European, 6 Asian, and 2 Middle Eastern, including Arabic and Kurdish.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Asian languages include Vietnamese. One Indian newspaper had the story translated into one of the Indian languages, I think Kannada or Marathi. And the editor told me it was read by 2 million readers of his magazine.
How come we haven't heard of this?
This was amazing. That this, which originated from Kenya, I don't understand, because the Guardian newspaper in London carried it as a news item. Okay? So it was a big page in the Guardian.
Yes.
The editor of New York Times the other day was tweeting about the story, because the debate now is as to whether it is the most translated story in history or not.
Is it?
No, it's not, because the Bible
Of course.
is ahead,
Yes.
and things fall apart. Chinua Achebe is ahead, but anyway. But as a fable, this debate is still going on. And tell you something else. That's what happened. The Swedish translation version of the story was published as a small book, because all the other publications are online.
Okay.
And people can actually Google it They just go Google Jalada translation 01, or simply put the upright revolution, and you'll come to the website page where all these translations are there.
Yes.
But the Swedish one has been brought out as a small book. And 2 weeks ago, on the way from Seoul, South Korea, I also went to Stockholm for literature festival, and I found Moses Kilolo, this young editor from Kenya, had been invited to Sweden, Stockholm, to talk about the story and how they came to get into motion this phenomenon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't it tragic, Prof, that
Yeah.
a story like that, none of us have heard about it, by the way. It's tragic.
Kenya, we have to be very careful in Kenya that we do not always, we have to appreciate initiatives from our own country. You know, we have so many heroes here who go and do wonderful things abroad. We have athletes who go and perform in the Olympics. They make our country and every Kenyan proud. When they come here, they should be received as heroes in every major city in the country.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. We have these young people, Moses Kilolo and the Jalada group. They are making waves in Africa. You know, he has been invited to Stockholm. He has been in communication with PEN, International PEN. I think he's being invited to Gambia to go and talk about the story.
Wow.
And how they can translate it into many more West African languages. But here in Kenya, I have not seen a single column in any newspaper
Zero.
about this phenomenon.
No.
Yeah.
Because
By the way, on Thursday evening, tomorrow evening, the group are going to perform the story in different Kenyan languages at Power.
Power 254.
Power 254. Yeah. But really, what they have done has not been done in Africa before or anywhere in the world. And they're from Kenya. These are Kenyan contributions to this idea. In Sweden, he was being televised, this young man, right?
You know,
because of the phenomenon.
I find that so tragic, bro.
Right.
I find that so tragic. I can't believe such things happen and we don't appreciate. But you know, I don't know. I guess.
No, really, anyway, what they have done is they have shown that African languages can and are able to communicate with each other.
Yeah.
This myth that our languages are somehow create, ethnicity and so on, as if we can only be a nation by adopting a foreign language, as though we can only be Kenyans or nationals or Africans by not being African. I mean, I find it ridiculous. But what they have shown was a breakthrough, that a language written in one African language can still be available in many other African languages.
Absolutely.
And they want to do this every year. They'll get a story from a writer on any African language, and they try to make it available through translation in many other languages.
What's it called again? The Upright what?
The Upright Revolution.
The Upright Revolution.
Yeah, or Ituekare Amoro Garo.
Check it out on
yeah.
Google. Ituekare Amoro Garo or the Upright Revolution.
Yeah, just Google it. You'll
Google
find
it.
it there. Google it and read it.
Unbelievable.
In any language. Even there's a Sheng, the Sheng one is, oh my God.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's so dramatic. When the Sheng translator reads, because there's also an audio version for Sheng, Kikuyu, Kiswahili, and English. Actually, you can also. It's amazing. The Sheng version
must be incredible.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
must be something like Mutumbuyas or something.
Right,
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's take a break. Come back and talk about the fact. Do you get tired of writing? Do you get tired of this? You're almost 80.
Almost, but hey, I'm not at 80. I'm 78. But I'll be 79 in January.
January what?
5.
I'm January 7.
Oh, Only 2 days, huh?
2 days.
Okay.
You're 2 days older than me.
Yeah, yeah. 2 days older. Oh, yes. You're my younger brother.
Professor.
Oh, I'm your younger brother because you were born in January 5.
Yes.
And you are born
January
in
7.
7. So who is older?
You are, by 2 days.
Huh?
2 days.
Oh, I'm older, but
2
oh
days,
yes,
2
older
days.
by 2 days.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Professor Ngozi Thiong'o. What a man, what a phenomenon, what a superstar. I tell you, this book, check it out, Upright Revolution, translated into 55 world languages. That's just one of his books. He's written 40 more. Check this man out. He is no doubt Kenya's best and brightest any day of the week. Jeff Kananga live at the Villa Rosa Kempinski takes another break. We'll be back. Plenty more ahead. What a show. What an inspiration. Back in a moment. Wonderful.